Hello everyone, and welcome back. And hello Hitman.
Hello, Pat, and hello, everyone.
Yeah, so how are you today, Hitman? All right?
Pretty well. All chipper and ready to do some farming.
Jolly good. So I think we've got a little bit of a plan. I think we've decided pretty much that we need to have some help with that field because it's just too much for two people. So I think we're going to go for a little bit of a different plan than usual. I think we're going to get a cultivator and a seeder, and we're going to get some hired help as well, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm just reconsidering the cultivator.
Okay.
You know me, Mr. Decisive, who can't make up his mind.
Yeah, well, whilst you're deciding, I'm going to just take the time to explain to everyone that you'll probably see some adverts coming on the videos. Don't be afraid; they're not a threat or anything. Um, I've partnered the channel up with the Gamer Nation, with TGN, and so we're able to kind of do those videos a little bit more. And what that means is that the money that comes in from that advertising revenue goes towards kind of maintaining the Feed the Beast server, and when we get established we'll have a communal farming server as well, so all of that helps. So by just allowing that 30 seconds for that video to play, that advert, then you'll help to contribute to that. If you don't have the time, then feel free to skip it, and that's all good too.
Well,
So
I'm glad to see you're maybe getting a little more money to put towards the server and stuff. You put a lot of effort into it, a lot of your own time and resources. So
yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to do it, but obviously, having the additional money coming in, then that helps me to do more. And I really want, I love the community we've built up. So, did I see you just go and steal the Schluter?
yeah, I was actually going to hook up a couple of tippers here, and I'll sell some barley. And I'm
Okay,
going to get a worker going here to do some cultivating for us.
okay. So you're going to start the cultivating. So, I think you did decide on what you wanted for the seeder, didn't you?
Yes,
Uh,
we got a mod for that, the John Deere 8350.
Excellent.
So maybe you can show that off in the purchase screen.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to use the purchase screen, as usual, I'm kind of going through it at great length, probably several times over, and people saying, "Stop, stop, stop! It's that one." So that was 6,000. It's a 6 meter wide seed drill.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Sowing wheat, barley, canola, or grass. That'll do. Um, so that's hopefully goodbye. So you've decided that we're not going to go with the cultivator now, then, obviously.
No, this one's 4.5 meter. I was looking at the 6 meter one, but it's a little more modern than what we want right now.
Okay.
Plus, I don't think it's necessary to us right yet.
Okay. Well, if we're using a hired worker, then the only thing we've got is the edges won't be quite perfect, but I think we can live with that. But I'm still wondering if with this... Oh, don't detach the front weight. I'm still wondering with this seed drill if it'll actually kind of go directly or not. Um,
Yeah, we'll see. I kind of hope it doesn't, because I like cultivating too. But if
yes.
it does, it's not the end of the world.
But it will please the John Deere fans, I'm sure, because it's John Deere. So
Yeah, John Deere hasn't gotten a lot of love from our series yet, so
no, but it's here now.
I'm still trying to find a 70s harvester. I'm gonna have a look at the class dominators. I've looked at some other ones, and just the quality of the mods is not up to my standards.
Well, absolutely, and we need to get the right stuff. No, and just remember, folks, it's a John Deere. It's not a Dear John. So ha 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 ha. I had to get that one in. Sorry.
I don't know if I'll ever recover from that.
Well, you should have been expecting that one. We've been doing the series long enough now. Although I am going to avoid the obvious derp of going out to the field and saying, oh, I tried it and it doesn't work because I haven't filled the seeder up. So...
Just doing the first couple passes here to get it going, then I'll hire the worker.
Okay.
And I know in the beginning we said we weren't going to do hired workers, but it's a big field, little equipment, and we'd like to get a little more done in an episode, so...
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I think, realistically, I mean, when we first started out, yeah, we would have been doing the work ourselves because we probably wouldn't have had the available capital. We got the startup money, but we wouldn't have had the kind of operating income to kind of actually secure someone's employment. But I think now we're at that stage where the farm's thriving enough. We've got steady income. We've got a good amount of work to do, so it's reasonable that we would perhaps have one hired hand on staff, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
So I think.
So Ewan has come over from Stocko's farm to give us a hand once in a while.
Yeah, I think that's realistic. As long as we're not kind of hiring multiple workers, I think I'm going to call it good. So, did you have a decision on a crop that we would like to sow?
Well, I would like to do another one that has straw, so it's probably going to be wheat.
Okay.
Let me have a looky here. Yeah, I knew this was over too far, so now I got to go back and fix it just one sec.
Okay. I'm just going to test this out to see if it will actually seed directly. Like you say, hopefully not. Let's just... Oh my goodness. Oh, this one fertilizes as well.
Oh, really?
Apparently. It's got an open and a close fertilizer lid.
Oh, okay. Did you have to load fertilizer in it?
I haven't done as yet.
So did it go to 100% full?
It did.
Strange.
Interesting.
So I've never used this mod before, so we're kind of jumping into that cold.
Seed lid. So I can see it's full of seed. So I'm going to go to the fertilizer thingy and see if the fertilizer thingy will do something with it. I know I'm being descriptive there. I'm using technical terms. But yeah, it shows...
We're going to do wheat.
We're going to do wheat. That's good.
Just the wheat.
Oh yeah, so this one's got a right attachment. Oh yes, you can fill fertilizer as well, but it's already. Oh, I need to open the. This is interesting. You can open the fertilizer lid.
I guess we're not going to have any problem staying ahead of you with the cultivator by the time you figure that out.
Well, maybe not. Even if you were going at half speed. Okay, so open that and fill fertilizer. Yeah, the fertilizer doesn't actually count as part of the stock. It's got a separate gauge bar right next to it. This is actually a pretty cool mod. I'm glad I actually pressed F1 to figure out what I needed to do to do it now. Otherwise, I'd have been
screamed at.
Hit with a 2x4. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be me doing it because I didn't know any different. I haven't used it before either, so be your viewers coming after you.
Yeah, we'd get some comments saying, well, you did that, but why did you do all that extra work? Because you could have just done it in one machine. Oh. So let's see. So we've got apply fertilizer, which I don't want to do just yet. Select seed, which we've done. Open or close seed lid. I don't need to do that. So V will lower the discs. So it looks like it doesn't do it on uncultivated. So that's good. So what we want is to do V and J when we get there. So this is actually a good driver in efficiency for us by having the fertilization done at the same time.
Yeah. Just don't want to get to the point where it gets kind of cheaty, I guess.
Well,
I mean, I know those seeders are available, but I don't know how much they'll actually do. Like, I assume you would just load the fertilizer in.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a nice got a nice animation of the discs being put down, so let's go and see what it looks like as we... Yeah, it's applying the fertilizer for us. Can I go at level 2? Yep. I'll speed it up. Aha. Can I steer in a straight line? No.
Alright, I'm gonna take a couple tippers over to the mill full of barley here.
Excellent. Well, yeah, we've
cash.
got to get the money so that we can pay Ewan. His help doesn't come cheap or free. So I'm just wondering
if this is going to pull the 2 tippers very well.
The Schluter, I would have thought it would do a good job.
We shall see.
Indeed. We shall.
I'll swing by the field to show off the tippers and have a look at the seeder.
Excellent. Yeah, you need to see it. It's very swish.
Swish.
Yeah.
Is that a basketball term? I don't know.
Well, yes, it is a basketball term, but swish is kind of another word that we use for posh or nice, that kind of thing. What's going on with the cultivator dude? Did you give...
He gave up and left.
Did you give him a break or something?
No. Did you fire him?
No, not at all. Okay, I'll...
Is hard workers turned on for me?
It should be. Okay, let's... There we go. Okay, off he goes. That's easy enough. So yeah, looks like the Schluter's coping with that quite nicely.
Turn the beacon on.
Yes, you'd better have that beacon on. Otherwise there'll be a certain somebody that will be taking issue with you.
Who could it be?
Yeah, good question, that one.
So it sounds like you're happy with the seeder.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the seeder. I think it's a great mod. You know me, I'm not always convinced about different mods. I take a little time to warm up to them sometimes. I trust your judgment though, and yeah, this is very
gotta
good.
be picky.
Yeah, well, I'm very picky. I'd say ask my family, but obviously, yeah. So yeah, so let's get some seeding doing. I would offer to go in cab, but I think that's not going to be a clever thing. So I may need to just... I don't know if I need to steal the other guy. Are we going to worry about these little bits where they don't quite cultivate all the way to the edge?
What I usually do is at the end I go across the end of the field.
Yeah, but
so
if I'm seeding it though.
I'll get to it before you will. You should have some money coming in.
Well, I'm to it now. Or I'm to an example of it now. But that's all good. So yes, there's money coming in.
That's one tipper. Here's another tipper.
Yay! Money, money, money. So, what should I do? What should I do? I'm gonna do this. Because Hitman's being all kind of... He's actually being money oriented for once and going in and making us money rather than spending it on my credit card. So, V and J.
Okay, if you move out of the way for a second, I'll fix those bits for you. Oh, actually, you're okay. Don't move.
Too late. I already made up my mind. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I was expecting you to be all the time that you were going to take the tippers down and all that lark.
No, I was using the magical tab key.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't catch that there. There was a little bit too much noise.
I said I was using the magical tab key.
Ooh, the magical tab key. Did they have that in the 1950s, 60s, 70s?
Yeah, I think it came out about 1970.
Okay, so the tab key is allowed. Excellent. That's why we're allowing ourselves to hire workers and stuff. Okay. I'll conveniently look past that one then. Okay. Oh dear. Didn't get that aligned quite as well as I had thought I would, but never mind. It looks like it's utilising the fertiliser at about the same rate that it would if you were spraying, because you're covering less of ground. So that's good.
What's your money look like now?
54,000.
I got 2 more trips to make. I can take 42,000 with 50 tippers.
Yes.
And we got just under 60, so I'll be able to do the last trip with just 1 tipper.
Yay!
And then all our barley will be gone, and then we're working on wheat.
Yeah, well, it's all good.
And we'll have a new toy to take care of the straw next time.
Oh, yes. You've been working on that one. You've been quite impressed with that mod, haven't you?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is butt ugly, but the price, we're buying a used one, so the price is okay, and
Well,
it basically does the job of the Crone, except on a smaller scale.
yes. Well, that's fair enough. So, does that mean we're going to be putting the cedar to an excellent set of uses then?
Well, I'm debating whether or not we should buy another field, to be honest, and use that one for biogas, like maybe buy one down near the biogas plant.
Okay. Yeah,
So I'll think on it a bit.
I think obviously once we've got the money in and we know we've got this field kind of in the bank and it's ready for us to harvest, then I think that's reasonable. It's working well. So I'm gonna since Hitman's allowed to use the tab key as well, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh, you're not allowed, you're on screen.
Oh, too late. Well, you've already done it though, haven't you? Because otherwise I'd have gotten to the cultivating tractor that you're now in.
Oh, well, I can do 2 jobs at once.
Yeah, except that the place I want it to do the job is down here because I've got the same thing this side. See?
Okay, well, I'll be down there in a second.
Okay, I'll wait patiently. I usually do. So here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Let's go into first person view. Watch Hitman from here.
The other thing is just to not worry about that,
What's that?
and then just go, and I'll trim it at the end, or maybe we won't bother, or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's a possibility. But I know that your spidey sensors will be going left, right, and centre. I know mine will. So if you don't come back and do it, all I shall do is I shall go into that tractor and do it myself.
Well, either that, or again, we can always do it at the end, and then just do a strip across the end with the cultivator and the seeder, and that will solve it. That's how I usually do it on my own.
Okay. So what you're saying is quit whining and just get on with the job.
In a polite way, that's what I was saying. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Not normally polite, but I figured I would extend a bit of courtesy. I don't know why.
Neither do I. It's
Things
a
you've been
mystery.
saying. Everybody thinks I'm this tyrant with a 2x4.
Really? I mean, I don't know why they think that. And I'm fairly sure it was you that mentioned the 2x4 before I mentioned it. I just latched onto it. But yeah.
I just feel better blaming you, so just
Hey, if you feel better,
settle
it's all
down
good.
and take the blame, or I'll get the 2x4.
Yeah.
Oh wait, perpetuating my own stereotype.
Indeed. Oh dear.
It's a nice little tractor. I like it. The Schluter.
Yeah, the Schluter's fantastic. Obviously, I got to drive that mostly last time, so it was only fair that you kind of got to this time.
Well, to be honest, the tractor using that to try and haul these 2 trailers, it's pretty underpowered, so I'd have to do 1 trip at a time, which is like 5 trips
Yeah.
instead of 3 with this.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's like with me taking the stuff down to the silage thingy.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
We'll be getting another one of these at some point.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, our equipment's getting bigger and heavier, so we're going to need a bigger machine.
Yes. And someone did ask the question, what are we going to do when we get up to modern equipment? Well, basically, we're not going to really get up to modern equipment. We're going to kind of go to a stage that we're happy that it's kind of still a little bit classical, and when we get to kind of heading beyond that, we're going to I think we're going to basically call that the season 1, and we're going to then figure out some new stuff for season 2. So
Yeah, we missed some machines. I've seen some mod synths, and with that, the small farm pack and the classic pack from Giant, there were some machines we missed, so we could always go back and start again and maybe try some different ones again.
yeah, I mean, I think obviously doing it in the classics and not using the modern equipment is something different. It's not something that everybody is doing, and I actually quite enjoy it. It's I think it gets you back in with the game, because when you get the too much of the modern equipment, I think
It's easy.
yeah, it gets too easy, and you got the hired workers, and you're not necessarily really playing the game. You are, but
Yeah, but
yeah,
you aren't.
exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, of course. Well, you've come to expect perfect logic from me. So there we go. You've also come to expect that I would drive up a field and have the seeder run out part way. So I did.
Did you need me to bring the trailers over there?
Well, actually, that probably couldn't hurt.
Okay, I'll have it done by the time you're ready to fill up again.
Thank you. Like I say, I hadn't remembered as usual. But there you go. So nothing new. We have enough wonderful piece of equipment to make things nice and easy, and I forget it.
Speaking of forgetting, did we check the chickens this morning?
No. I didn't check them. Shall I have a quick look now?
Nope, we should be okay.
I'm not carrying any eggs, I know that much.
Get old Bessie out of the barn here to haul a trailer over for you.
Yep, so we're good. How are the cows doing? The cows are doing 44%, so they're doing pretty well. Obviously
Once we have that silage going, that'll help quite a bit.
yeah, that'll help bump that up. So, I mean, The silage obviously is still fermenting, so that'll take a little while.
Now, did you have to fill the fertilizer at the fertilizer tank, or did it just fill up when you did the seeds?
You have to fill it at the fertilizer tank, and you can only fill it if you open up the flap for it, so it's actually a pretty nice detail that they've done there.
What's your percentage on that, on the seeder?
On the seeder is 84%. On the fertilizer is, I think it's got to be about 90, but it doesn't actually give you a percentage because it's a.
Oh, did you just fill it?
What, the fertilizer or the seeder? Yeah, I filled the seeder.
Just now.
Uh-huh. Well, I didn't.
Okay, so
I actually did run out.
And speaking of which, our workers having some problems.
He's derping with a tree, is he? I'll be down there to have a look in a second just to see what he's up to.
Yeah, he's stuck in that tree. I'll fix it. See, these are not AI-friendly fields.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That just means that we do have to put that little bit of manual effort in, and it's all good. It's,
Ewan's an idiot.
It's nowhere near as well, I mean, if you had a hired worker, sometimes they'd not understand something, so you'd have to come along and explain it to them. So
they don't understand the big tree in their way.
Well, maybe not. I mean, I don't always understand the big tree in my way, so. Okay, so let's get going again. So I'm thinking, obviously I think everyone knows what we're doing now, so I'm thinking we probably pause the record now until we're kind of pretty much there, and then people will be able to see. Have you sold all of the barley yet?
No, I've got one more tipper load to go over. You could show people that if you want, to give me a chance to get ahead on the cultivation.
Yeah, I could go and sell that, and then I'm guessing what we'll probably do is call that good, and we'll be back next episode from that. Emergency brakes. Goodness me. These hired workers. Jeez. So. Okay, so. Oh, I didn't turn that off. Or did I?
Are you still recording?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were shutting it off, that's why I was wondering.
No, I said I was going to shut it off probably when I've sold that barley. So let's go and find the Schluter. Let's turn that off for a second, otherwise I'll get in trouble. There we go. So, have you already filled the Schluter? So this 83% is all that's left in the Schluter to go?
That's all that's left, yep.
Okay. And we're taking it to the mill?
Mill, yep.
Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking by the time I've done this, we'll be pretty much at the normal time we run the
30
episodes.
minute mark, yeah.
So we can complete off-screen just kind of seeding the field, and when we come back next time, we'll have a fully seeded field of wheat, and we'll be ready to harvest it because obviously we've got the fertilization going. So.
Well, we'll see. The silage will probably be ready before the seed's ready to harvest. So
yeah, that's true.
Something different there. We'll see.
Well, also if we're going to seed another field, then we might be doing that and doing the silage, and yeah. So we'll try and mix it up a little bit rather than just keep repeating the same exact cycle of what we're doing. Oh, why am I going to the cow area to go to the mill? It's because I turned left instead of right.
No idea. This is what happened. I give you the keys, and that's what you do.
And I haven't got a beacon on as well, so well, I have now, but I just
Train wreck today.
I know, it's crazy.
It's that cedar. You're so excited about the cedar, just totally threw you.
Yeah, it's got to be
exciting stuff.
I think I saw an image on Facebook. Don't fear the deer. But in this case, perhaps we should. Or maybe fear what it does to our derpiness. Okay, so... Okay, so that's taken us up to not quite 95 grand, so I think that's a good haul for our efforts. And yeah. So how are you getting on over there, Hitman? Are you...
I'm grabbing your fertilizer trailer now and setting that up.
Yeah, I don't think we'll need to fill the... Well, we might need to fill the fertilizer, but it's less likely, but yeah, so...
No, it'll be there if we need it.
Yeah, excellent. So, I'm just heading across the field back home, and I think it's about time to say take care, folks.
I'll see you next time.